right, man. Jared Goff says it's just a matter of time before Jameson Williams breaks out. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notification. Especially when you see in the draft class like this year. I mean, Jordan Addison tearing it up. Tank Dell was tearing it up. Nuka from the Rams was tearing it up, and Jameson Williams got off to a slow start with the Lions. Obviously, he came off the ACL injury his rookie year, which was the 2022. So that same year, he had an ACL injury. My thought behind it was he should probably sit the whole year, then come back in 2023, and do it that way. They said he was healthy, so they started putting him out there. Then he got this, some maturity problems with him. Then he got the injury. Then he got the suspension, then the injury. And, really, he ain't played the full season. He ain't played the preseason. He played a preseason game, maybe. So really expectations was high. And originally, it was rumored to say Brad Holmes was actually going after... He actually was going after Garrett Wilson, and I don't know if Chris Olave would have been second off that board, but if we had Garrett Wilson, dude, hey, it'd probably be over with. But Jameson Williams, he says, he running a route. Jared Goff says that he basically, advanced now. You think about it, I think he played, I can't remember how many games he played last year in a part-time role, and then this year I think he missed about 4 or 5 games this year, maybe. I think he missed a couple weeks. I can't remember what it is. I think it was a 2 or 3 game suspension from a 6 or something like that. So then he got injured before that in preseason. So so now, Jared Goff says, now he can handle everything they putting on his plate. He said he's far advanced from where he was. He said he can run every route in the route tree that they asked him to run. And it's basically just a matter of time before he breaks out. And I think people is, getting the feeling. I think a lot of people think he should get more volume in the offense. First, he said at one point it was just, trick plays, I'm paraphrasing, and just go on deep routes. And that's what they had. And that's what they had for him. And now he's capable of running routes. We seen him run the little the curl route in the middle of the field, and he running and he catching the ball, and he running the routes. And for him to continue to have the confidence, and I guess some guys will get down on themselves, but knowing the ACL injury, knowing the situation, him and Goff having to form a rapport. You got to understand his speed is constantly changing too, because he's recovering. So I noticed one thing about Dak Prescott: when he came off that ankle injury, he wasn't himself the previous year. This year he looked a lot better. He was, he ran a lot better. He threw the football a lot better. So you got to understand, when you come off the major injuries, it's the mental hurdle and then it's the physical hurdle. The mental hurdle, you got to get over that, but the physical hurdle, you probably ain't gonna get back to where you want to get back to until the second year. You know what I'm saying? So you come off an ACL or broken leg or something like that, or the devastating injury Dak had, or the ACL that occurred, man. The second year is probably the year you gonna feel the most, the most comfortable. So his speed is constantly adjusting from that injury as well too. And then you see he had the hamstring injury in preseason. All that's, sometimes they take a piece of your hamstring or something like that and they repair your ACL with it. So it's common to have a hamstring injury, or you overcompensating, because of the injury, you overworking other muscles. So you got to understand, everything is constantly changing with him. He learned the playbook. He learned to run routes in the NFL. They tried to give him a dummy book where he ran the over route, he ran trick plays, and he ran deep routes only. Now he run into the sticks. Now they got to respect the speed. And now It's just, in my opinion, it's just got to be them finding ways to get them the football. They find ways to get Laporta the football. They find ways to get St. Brown the football. What's really going to open it up for Laporta and St. Brown is they find ways to get Reynolds, Peoples-Jones, and Jameson Williams the football. That's what's going to open it up for them. You know, teams on third down are going to start sitting on Laporta, start sitting on St. Brown. So what you got to do, you got to find a way to get the ball to your backs. You got to find a way to get the ball to your other receivers. And most notably, what Josh Reynolds can do down the field and with his height, what Jameson Williams can do down the field, and what they can do underneath. So, of course, he due for a breakout game, but he got to get the value. And it's hard when you got Mr. Reliable and St. Brown, and you got Sam Laporta, and you one of the biggest stretch runs in Lions history. You know what I'm saying? In Lions recent history. So you want to go to what you know, but you know what do great teams do when you get down to the Final Four? They take away what you do best. And what makes it hard is the Lions do a great job of running the football. They want to take that away. They do a great job of throwing inside the numbers and moving the chains with St. Brown and Laporta. They're going to want to take away that. So what they going to do? They're going to say, well, your receivers on the outside going to have to beat us. Your backs out the backfield going to have to beat us. We're not going to let the run game beat us. We're not going to let you continue to throw on the inside and beat us. We're going to make you throw outside the hashes. We're going to make you go to the backs. We're going to make you go to Peoples-Jones, Josh Reynolds, and Jameson Williams. And they got to be expecting that. They got to expect that. You know what I'm saying? You want to go to your big dogs, but also you want to give your big dogs some room for comfort too. And if I'm them early and often, I'm looking to go to Josh Reynolds. I'm looking for the matchup with Josh Reynolds. I'm looking for the matchup with Montgomery and Gibbs out the backfield. I'm looking to go with J-Mo and Donovan Peoples-Jones. I'm looking to make them make an adjustment. If they're gonna play off coverage on Jameson Williams, hey, I'm looking to exploit that. If they're gonna leave Josh Reynolds one-on-one, I'm looking to get Josh Reynolds to get some of them 50-50 jump balls. You know, they Khalif Raymond healthy. They looking to leave Khalif Raymond one-on-one with their third or fourth, fifth cornerback or safety or linebacker. I'm looking to hit Khalif Raymond. You know what I'm saying? Because the game plan is going to be stop the run, take away Laporta, and St. Brown. That's going to be their game plan. And you're going to have some one-on-ones out there. So Jameson Williams, you know, you hope the big game is going to come, you know, when you need it the most, you know, because we going to need him. Him and you see the difference between Gibbs chunk plays, the difference of the Packer game. Like, nobody talk about this. Aaron Jones is an amazing running back. But if you put a Devon Akon out there, or you put Jahmyr Gibbs, or, you know, some of these other backs, maybe even DeAndre Swift in that same situation, that's to the crib. They ain't catching them. And no offense to Aaron Jones. Had Aaron Jones took that to the crib, that game over when the Packers in the NFC Championship game. You see the difference? You hand the ball off to Jahmyr Gibbs for a 31, 33-yard touchdown. That's the difference. What if they stop him? You know, and it was another play where he ran to the outside and Penisa Will kicked out, and he almost scored a touchdown if it wasn't for the DB or whoever it was that made an ankles tackle. That was another touchdown. So when you got the explosiveness of Jahmyr Gibbs and explosiveness of Jameson Williams and explosiveness of Amon St. Brown, those are the difference in this Lion offense. It's a difference between a 20-yard gain and a 50-yard touchdown. Because that 20-yard gain, you might be a turnover the next play. It might end up in a field goal. You never know. So chunk plays is what you're looking for, especially from Jameson Williams. So let me know what you girls and guys think. Hit the link tree. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Hit the link tree. You can find me everywhere. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.